This conference will now be recorded.
So we are discussing BODS. We also understood in the previous class the scenario. Let us log into the system. So our source system is ECC MS SQL database. So in the SAP, in ECC, HANA user, password welcome 123. This is our SAP system, ECC with MS SQL database. If you go system status, so MS SQL database, ECC system. Here we want to move all the materials. We want to move all the materials from this system along with the table to the HANA database, and that to catalog folder to this schema. We need to create a table along with the data in this schema. So this is our target system. So for that we are using BODS tool. Let me close and open again this BODS tool. So this is the data service designer, is a tool to do SAP BODS. So you can find in the HANA details notepad all this. User is HANA user, password is welcome 1234, W is uppercase, log on, and by default this repository is selected. So if you click OK and give the password, continue. Now this is the BODS tool. This is the BODS tool. Yeah, that is the job of administrator. Okay, you don't need to worry. Repository and all, it's the administrator job. Now to create a project, either you can select a create project from here, or else you can also project new project. We can also do here. So I'm create project. I'm giving some name like Oasis 1700. For example, this is the project name. We created a project. So This is the project. This is the project we created. And in BODS, like this project is like, LSMW project we create. Under LSMW project, however, we create many objects, and also we create UI5 project, UI5 Fury project, and OData project. So inside project, we create multiple objects. Same way here also inside this project, we can create multiple objects. But coming to the BODS, job is only the executable item. In BODS, job is only the executable item. So right click, new batch job we have to do. Right click, new batch job. If you can give the name of this Oasis 1700 job, for example. So we created a project. Inside project, we created a job. Job is only the executable item in BODS. Now you can see the right side. Here, if I put the cursor here, data flow. If I put the cursor here, you can see data flow. So data flow decides from where to where the flow should be defined. So in the data flow, we need to choose which is the source system, which is the target system. All the details are given in the data flow, because so we are using BODS SAP Data Service Designer to move the data from source system SAP application with ECC with MS SQL database to target system HANA database. For that, we created a project. Under project, we created a job. So under the same project, we can create multiple jobs. Again, under the job, we can create multiple data flows. But here in our case, first of all, we need to create a data flow to move the data from SAP application to HANA database. For that, you just put the cursor here, like do one left click. Do one left click, then do another left click here. See, automatically you can see here also. And here you can give the name Oasis 1700 data flow. So we created a project, we created a job, we created a data flow. We created a project, we created a job, we created a data flow. Now what need to be done is, however, let's say if you want to do ALE IDOC, if you want to move the data using ALE IDOC or anything, however you create logical, define logical systems, assign logical systems to the clients, define ports, partner profiles, however you do all these things there. Similarly in BODS, we have data store. We have the concept of data store. So we need to create a data store for the source system. Then we need to create data store for the target system. We need to create data store for the source system. We need to create data store for the target system. We need to create data store for the source system. We need to create data store for the target system. And then we need to do the data flow. So this data store is a one-time activity. We no need to create the data stores for each data flow or each job, each project, until and unless if the system is changed. So your source system is SAP application, target system is HANA database. If the systems are same in your for data flows, you don't need to create data store. You can reuse them. Okay, let us create data store for source system and target system, which is one-time activity. For that, if you see our bottom, this is a project, this is the job, this is the workflow. See, this is the data flow transformation. Here you see data stores. So data stores, we are in the data stores tab. Now right click, new. Now in the data store, right click, new. Here data store name is, I'm giving like YSS 1700 data store. YSS 1700 underscore ECC. So this is the data store name, YSS 1700 underscore ECC. And data store type is SAP application because our source system is SAP application. Now we need to give the server name, user ID, password. So if you go to the system, this is the system, right click properties. So this application server is like a server name and instance number, system ID we have. Just remember 41 ECC. Instance number 41, system ID ECC, and also if you look at client 800, user HANA user password welcome 1234. So first give the server name, user HANA user, password is welcome 1234, W is uppercase. These details are not enough for SAP application because for SAP application means you need instance number, system ID, user ID, all these details are needed. So what we do here is we go to this advanced. In this advanced, here in this SAP, you can see here client number 800 and here system number we will give. So system number, if you go right click properties, system number is 41. So we have to give 41 here. So client number, system number 41. Now just click apply, click OK. So we created data store. Whenever you do apply, click OK, right? If you don't get any error, okay. If you get any error, then there is something wrong in that. Okay, let me create data store for target system also. So right click, new. Let us create YSS 1700. I am giving HDB. Data store type is database. Database type is HANA database. Here, this is the database version. Here, server name. If you want, you can see in the HANA detail. HANA 2 is the server or host. Port number is always 3, instance number 15. But here instance number 02. So 302 15, or else here it is also directly mentioned. 302 15. Username HANA user. Password welcome 1234. W is uppercase. Usually if you click apply, you should not get any warning or anything, you should not get. If you get, something is wrong. Here actually this version should be selected. Apply. When you click apply, you should not get any warning or error. Click OK. So we created data store for the source system. We created data store for the target system. Now, if I expand the source system data store, we have too many things here, but we don't do anything because, as I told you, BODS is a separate job profile and you find separate consultants in the. We are discussing just to understand what is BODS, how it looks like. That's it. So in BODS, we also can do iDocs, ODP objects and all, but now we are concentrating on tables. So if here we want to move all the materials along with the table to the target system. So just right click, import by name means we are importing the table. We are just checking whether the table, what table we want to move. So we are just import table. Okay, fine. It means some connection and all is working fine. Data store, when we created data store, we have given the system details and all, so they are all working fine. Now right click view data for double check everything. Here we also have data and everything fine. Now we created a data store for the source system and we created a table, like imported the table. Now this is the data flow. I am dragging the table MAKT to the data flow. So if you look at in the bracket MAKT table and in the bracket you can see whereas 1700 underscore ECC is the data store. Now this is the target system data store. Here in the target system we are expecting to create a table MAKT along with the data. So that's the reason you move the template table to the data flow, because we are expecting to create a table MAKT. So give the table name MAKT. Warner is nothing but schema. So we want to create in the schema. We want to create this table in this schema. So click OK. So we are moving MAKT table along with the data from this data store, means from this system, to schema OSS 2200 to this data store system, and we are expecting the table to be created with this name. Here we are not using any transformation and all, we are moving direct data to here, just direct map. Let's save it. Let's save it. We saved it. Now this is the project, this is the job, this is the data flow. Now because job is only the executable item, select the job, right click execute. Click yes, click OK. Then let's see. If any errors are there, this red color is highlighted. See, red color is highlighted and the error is saying inserted value too large for the column, failed in MAKTX column with the value. It means that MAKTX is a material description which has some ASCII characters, Chinese characters and all. This is the Chinese characters and ASCII characters which is not fitting into the target system. Whatever description was fit into the source system in MS SQL database, the same description is not fitting into the same length in the HANA database. That's the problem, because length is same, data is same, but database is different. What we need to do for that, we need to go data flow. This is the data flow. We need to use the transformation for that. So I deleted that by using delete keyword. You just here right side, if you see wherever our mouse cursor is there, there is a tooltip even, right? The tooltip is this one, query transformation. If I do one left click and if I do another left click, and if I just link this and this, and if I double click this, now in MAKT these are all the field. Here you need to move one by one, or you can click control and you can move all these to the right side. Now the left side MAKTX is fit into 40, but in the right side HANA database we want to put it into 80. We are increasing the length right side. Even material group also, if we have any ASCII characters and all, it may not fit. We are increasing length here also. Even material length also we are increasing. So save. Now let us select the job again and right click execute. Click OK. Let us see what will be happening this time. You can see now job is completed successfully. There are no errors now. Now if you go to the target system HANA database, and if you go to the schema and right click and refresh the table folders, you can see MAKT table, and you see all the lengths whatever we have given, and also data. See, is it clear now? Any questions? Can I get responses in the chat box? Okay, thank you. Now what we will do, I will do another scenario, then we will stop the BODS. Do you want me to create a new project to explain this, another data flow, or can I create in the same project?
New
Or
sir, new sir.
hello, what's the question? What's the?
I just
He
said
said
please create
new
new sir.
project.
Okay. Someone is also asking, can we create conditions? Yes, in the transformation, see, you can do lot of things here. You see, you can write conditions and lot of logic also. Okay, now, yeah, please put yourself mute if you are not talking. Okay, now, yeah, I'm asked to create a new project, but let me tell you, in the same project, we also can create a new job. And in this job, again, you can create new data flow like this. See, now in this data flow, again, you can, right, drag some table and drag some template table like this. Okay, we can do like this. Or else, in the same job, we can create another data flow. See, now another data flow. But only thing what you need to understand is, if you execute this job, because these two data flows are there, so these two data flows are executed. If you execute this job, only inside this will be executed. That we need to understand. That's it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to create a new project, and this time maybe I want to move some, not all fields, only few fields I want to move from KNA1 table, for example. I don't want to move the entire table. I want to move only few fields from this table along with the data to the target system. That's my requirement. And we are going to create a new project for this. So project, new project. And we are going to give the name of the project is Oasis 1800. And now we are going to create a job. So right click new batch job. And the job name is Oasis 1800 job. We created a project, we created a job. Now to create a data flow, just right click the data flow and click. Now Oasis 1800 data flow. So project, job, data flow we created. We no need to create a data store for each and every time. So if you go to the data store, our data store is this one, and go to the tables, right click, import by name, KNU1. If you click import, and just for testing purpose, right click view data. You can see the data. Now drag KNU1, and from the target system template table, and I'm expecting KNA1 in this schema. Let us not use any transformation at the moment.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, source data store table అయితే ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకున్నాము. But in target data store, how we got the template table is my question, sir. మీరు ఇప్పుడు సెకండ్ టైం డాటా స్టోర్ మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారేమో అనుకున్నా, కానీ సేమ్ యూజ్ చేశారు, కానీ ఆ టెంప్లెట్స్ టేబుల్స్ అనేది ఎలా వచ్చింది అనేది డౌట్.
Yeah, when you create data store, template table is just a fixed. If you drag this,
పైన 1700 డేటా స్టోర్ లో లేదు కదా సార్, 1700 ఈసీసీ దాంట్లో SAP దాంట్లో.
yes. Yeah, I understand your question. Because the source here is SAP application, but here the target is database.
So when we decide it as target, then in the target we automatically see the template tables.
No, it's not source and target, depending upon your data store. When I created data store for source system, I selected SAP application.
Yes.
For HANA database, target system, we selected database, right? In databases, you have the template tables. Template table means that you don't know, because you are going to create a table based on some template. So the table is automatically created. Template table means it's not the existing table. The table is automatically created. See, whenever I drag this template table here, and when I give the name KNA1, see here, you see automatically you can find here. Once I execute the job, then this table is created in the target system. That is the template table. Okay. Yeah. Now what I will do, select the job and right click. Okay. I am not giving any transformation here also. Right click the job and execute. Let us see now. Yeah, we can schedule these jobs. The question here is, can we schedule? Yes, these jobs can be scheduled. They schedule these jobs like how we schedule our jobs in SAP, ECC and all, right? Same way they schedule. Here there is an error. The error is saying same like name one some ASCII are there, it is showing. So here also the same story, but what I do this time, I delete this, I click the transformation, and what we do in the transformation now, I don't want to move all the columns. I want to move only few columns. I don't want all the fields. I want maybe these three fields. That's it. Now save it. Select the job. Right click execute. Now we can see here the data flow is started. Now job is completed successfully and no more errors. Now go to the target system and right click refresh. We can see KNA1 table here with only these three columns. Right click data preview. Okay. So this is what about BODS. Any questions? Is it clear BODS? Okay, now we are going to start SLT. SLT means SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. SLT stands SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. SLT stands SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. The question is, can we add custom fields? Yes, it doesn't matter whether it is a custom table, standard table, whatever it is, everything we can replicate. Yeah, we can add also custom fields in the target. In the transformation, you need to write some logic. So we are talking SLT, SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. So SLT is real time because we understood BODS is near to real time, but SLT is real time. For example, this is in source system like SAP. Let's say this is ECC with MS SQL database, for example. And this is the target system. Let's say this is ECC with the HANA database or whatever it is. Now, if you want to move this data to this target system using SLT, this is SLT system or server, whatever it is. We should have RFC connection between our source system and SLT. We should have RFC connection between our source system and SLT. We should have RFC connection between our source system and SLT. Then if you move the data to the database, we should have database connection, DB connection between SLT to database. If you move the data from SLT to target system SAP application, then we have RFC. We should have RFC connection. Depending upon the data, how we move. If you move the data to target system database, then DB connection should be there from SLT to database. If it is also SAP application, then RFC connection should be there. And in SLT, we have read module, mapping module, and write modules. Read, mapping, write module. Read module reads the data from source system. Read module read the data from source system, like in ETL tool, right? E means extraction, T means transformation, L means loading. E means extraction, T means transformation, L means loading. E extract the data from source system, T transform the data, L load the data. Similarly, here read module read the data like in a ETL. Read module is like E, mapping is like transformation, write is like load. We move the data using read, mapping, write. Let's say we have any table here. If you do write, read, change, delete, then trigger is triggered. Then data is stored in some log tables. As soon as we write, read, change, delete, whatever write, delete, change you do, trigger is triggered and the data is stored in the log table, and then read module read the data, mapping write, then finally it writes the data in this target system. This is how SLT works. But this SLT is same like your NetWeaver gateway, right? In UI5 theory, we will deep dive this NetWeaver gateway and all when we start UI5 theory, like ABAP and HANA and all. But this SLT is also like NetWeaver gateway system, means it may be like embedded or a hub. Let me show you the different possible landscapes of SLT. If it is SAP NetWeaver ABAP 7.4, there is a possibility of embedded. Means this is an ECC with MS SQL database. For example, we have an option to embedded SLT. Means SLT is inside our SAP system. But it should be SAP system and it should be above NetWeaver ABAP. So we can move directly these to our target system HANA. This is one of the approach. Whatever it is, this is a target system. This is a source system. Inbuilt SLT option is there, so we can move the data using SLT. And another option is we have an SAP system. So you have inbuilt SLT. You have non-SAP system, because in non-SAP system you do not have option of inbuilt SLT. So what can be done? Definitely we should use an SLT system. Definitely SLT system should be used. And this is the target system HANA database or anything. Now we move all the data. Here no need of SLT. So like this, like this. Now another thing is, even though you have inbuilt SLT or SAP, non-SAP systems are there, SAP, non-SAP, non-SAP, we use centralized SLT system for all systems. This is the target system. We use one SLT system irrespective of SAP, non-SAP, and we move this. So these are the possible landscapes when SLT is there. So is it clear? Anyone? Any questions till now? Can I go to the next topic? Okay. For example, let us see in our landscape. Actually, as I told you, separate consultants will be there for SLT. So this is the SAP system. There is a T code LTRC. So LTRC T code. Here you see SAP LT replication server. So here inbuilt SLT. Here this is configuration name. We create configuration here. For example, if you click create configuration, you give some name here. This is a wizard. When you go next, it will ask, see RFC connection between your source system ECC to SLT. Then if you go, then you can select either DB connection and you can give DB connection. Same way you create the configuration. So see here already that configuration is created. The configuration is SLT underscore ECC. For source system it is selected SAP and it has given the RFC connection. Target system DB connection is selected and see DB HANA details are given. That's it. So configuration is created. Once configuration is created and once it executes, if it is executed like this, whatever configuration it is created, you can see here like this, selected it and execute. Then process will be starts. If you want to, you have different tabs here. Then if you go to the target system, window perspective, reset perspective. In the HANA modeling perspective, see there is a data provisioning in the quick view. If you select the system, here you see that configuration is like a target schema. Whatever configuration is there, it is like a schema in the target system. You can also see here. See, now we need to understand here these options. Load is like initial replication. When you click load, and if you select table and add and if you click finish, then the table is created here in this schema along with the table, along with the data. For example, load whatever table you want. If you select any table, you add, and if I click finish, this table is created in this target system, in this schema, along with the data. For example, 1000 records are there, 1000 records along with 1000 records. But after that, if I create 1001 record, it will not come because load is like initial replication. But if I select replicate, replicate is like both initial and delta replication, means this table is created here along with the existing data. At the same time, if you create any new record or if you change a record or delete any record, right, automatically those will come to the target system. That is replicate. Don't do stop replication, because if you do stop replication, it stops in everything. It stops all the triggers and all. In case if you want to temporarily stop, go and click suspend. Click suspend. If you want to temporarily stop, suspend. If you want to restart, click resume. Okay, this is the date SLT. If you go to our documentation, right, you have all the details. Let me show you. If you are interested, but as I told you, like data provisioning, we do like 3 classes, 2 to 3 classes, just conceptual thing, 1 or 2 scenarios. If you are interested, you can deep dive, and we have more things in the documents. All details are mentioned in this data provisioning document. So tomorrow we will start HANA modeling, but from tomorrow it is very important. I will also give assignments from tomorrow. So make sure your system is working, you have access and all. If you are not able to connect, let me know. I will explain you how to connect. See, this is the document data provisioning. Here we have all the tools. For example, flat file, smart data access. Any questions? Someone is in. What are the question? Someone is in unmute.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, in modeling, it is in HANA database, right? And after migrating from HANA to S4 HANA, Suite on HANA to S4 HANA, somebody is saying that modeling is not available in that one. It will be converted into CDS views only. Is it right?
No. Modeling is different. CDS views is different. CDS views are ABAP and HANA. They comes under ABAP and HANA.
Okay,
Okay,
that means
modeling is related to HANA database. HANA database
okay.
means whether it is HANA or S4 HANA, HANA database remains.
Right now in our company, we are already using, we are working on HANA, and modeling not many views also we had created. Somebody is saying upgradation after we are going to upgradation for the S4 HANA. Some of our ABAP which is coming from, he is saying that it is no more modeling is available in S4 HANA. Is it correct or not?
No, not correct. You will come to know tomorrow, okay? Once I
Okay.
start modeling, you will understand, because I will explain you the modeling in HANA system as well as in S4 HANA system. I will explain
Okay.
in both the systems, okay? I will
Okay.
explain HANA modeling in a HANA system, S4 HANA system. I will explain
Okay.
ABAP and HANA in HANA system, S4 HANA system. Okay, so all your
Okay.
questions will be clear. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
For
on the
example,
advanced,
let me show you. Here I connected to normal HANA system, right? Through HANA modeling perspective. See, here I am able to create attribute view, analytical view, modeling. Now let me show you S4 HANA system. But anyway, you will come to know tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you whichever you had is 100% wrong. For example, now I am connecting to S4 HANA system. Because HANA modeling is performed in the HANA database. Okay, HANA database is there for HANA, even S4 HANA also. This is S4 HANA system. So I am connecting same S4 HANA systems HANA database to this HANA modeling perspective.
Then what about the tables are converted into views? I think after migrating to S4 HANA, Mara and MSCG and like the tables, it will
Yeah,
convert into the mat.
see, all those things I will explain. Okay, what are the changes and all. You don't worry. For example, see here also you have content folder package. We also created a lot of modeling views here. This is S4 HANA systems HANA database only. What is
ABAP and HANA, ABAP and S4 HANA, రెండు different as
no, both are same only. I will explain all these things. See, attribute view analysis. ABAP and HANA or ABAP and S4 HANA, both are same. Okay. When I explain ABAP and HANA or HANA modeling, I will do in both the systems. Okay. But there are little differences in SAP application side for HANA and S4 HANA. Those things I will explain. What are the differences? Like for example, there is no XD01, XK01, FD01, FK01. Only there is a T code BP. Okay. And also some CDS views, extensions, all those things I will explain. But technically both are same. Yes, someone is asking question, even I don't know the name. HM means, I don't know who is he. I have generated OData service based on CDS view. While executing, getting error HTTP. Yeah. While executing means where did you execute? Have you tested in SCGW or how you have tested? Yeah, in which system? Yeah, in which system? Okay, in Oasis VW system, you can't test OData services. Okay, you can create project and all, CRUD methods and all, but you can't test because it's not enabled. Okay, they have not enabled it. If you want to practice OData and all, you should take another system. Okay. Okay, any questions, everyone? Yeah, because whatever UI5 Fieri, OData, this is extra apart from HANA we have added. If you want to practice this OData completely, yes, you should request Oasis, okay? Or you can also take server from outside for your practice. Yeah, any questions, everyone? Tomorrow we will start HANA modeling. But from tomorrow, I request please make sure you have server access and also you are able to log in. And if you face any difficulties, please let me know. I will guide you. Okay.
సార్ మ్యాక్ లో సర్వర్ యాక్సెస్ చేయడం తెలుసా సార్ మీకు ఏమన్నా
And what?
మ్యాక్ ఇన్ మ్యాక్ సిస్టమ్ యాపిల్ సిస్టమ్ డూ యు నో హౌ టు రిమోట్ లాగిన్ ద సిస్టమ్
Why there is no MSTSC command and all? Remote
నో
desktop?
సార్ ఇన్ మ్యాక్ సిస్టమ్ దట్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్ It is not Windows system, it is Mac.
Yeah, I understand. But however, here we are going to remote desktop, right? There
Yes,
also some command.
I tried, sir. They are telling some different applications we need to download for that. I tried, but it is not working.
Is it? Okay. I think it should, but yeah. Maybe you have to Google, man.
Okay,
Huh?
okay,
You have to Google, otherwise let me know if you are not able to sort it out. I will give that. You can send this person mail SAP basis. Ask them whether
okay,
they know. They will ask the phone number. Okay,
okay,
send a email and ask phone number and call them and ask SAP basis 099@gmail.com. Or
okay,
you Google it. Google it. Let me
okay,
know if you don't find solution. Then I will check. Okay.
okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, because see, most of the time, right? Most of the people from other countries they use Mac OS, Apple OS. They all do remote desktop and all. Maybe you need to sort it out. What command you need to use. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day. Tomorrow we will meet.